So, it's been a while, but today we're going to be taking a look at a really easy Mythic Plus dungeon because I haven't done one of these in such a long time. And I just want something easy so I can talk to you guys and not just talk to a camera because that's not what I'm good at. So the first question is, Moo, where the fuck have you been? The question to that is working most of the time. Now, work is something that kind of screws schedules and everything. So being able to pump out the videos like I used to, like back in the day, is going to be much harder. Like COVID was shit, right? But COVID was good because I could sit at home, play video games, and make videos. But then COVID finished, work started, and that is something that has ruined video gaming for me. Now, if any of you obviously have me on Discord or have me on Blizzard, like, you're going to see that I'm still playing WoW, and I'm playing WoW quite a lot. I did a review of Dragonflight, which I haven't actually posted the video out because at the time I had some opinions, especially about dungeons and stuff. But they've kind of changed, so I might put that video up, I might not. I've been doing some live streaming, not on Twitch actually, more on YouTube, for my raid runs. So that's kind of here, there, and everywhere, and I'm still trying to get used to the YouTube streaming because getting used, like, it's different compared to the Twitch streaming. YouTube is, I'd say it's harder. Not harder because it's more difficult, harder because there's, like, you have to do certain things in a certain order. Anyway, off tangent. So an update for me. Obviously, still playing WoW. Not really playing anything else at the moment. And so much has happened in, like, the last year. I quit a job, I started a new job, I then left that job, started another new job, and I'm kind of at where I'm at now. How long I'm going to be there, not sure, but work is work and I need to work. In other news, in January, which seems like an age away now, I got engaged. Which was really unlike me. Anybody who watches, like, my old videos, I'm a video gamer who sits at home and has no life. But I finally have a life, and I have a life. I have someone to share that life with now, as stupid or as soppy as that sounds. My biggest achievement is I kind of got her into WoW. To be honest, I didn't even really level with her. I mean, I said I'd level with her, and then I didn't. And she actually likes it more when I'm not playing with her because she thinks I'm an elitist. And supposedly I shout. Now, I shout with my friends, but supposedly I moan at her as well. Tried to convince her to go priest, but she didn't go priest. She went shaman. I'd really like her to heal. However, I don't think she's going to. Healing is quite hard, as we all know. And for someone jumping into the game, I don't think healing's the best idea. But anyway, so she started leveling. She's actually just texting me right now. She started leveling Dragonflight and then found Dragon Riding really hard. I kind of quit. So I leveled her character to 70, unlocked all the Dragon Riding stuff, and hopefully she will be back. For me personally, I've kind of been focusing on PvP a little bit more, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I think more because I've got someone to do it. So I play with a friend who also lives in the UK, but plays on the American server too. And through a friend, I've met a kind of group that I do RPGs with every so often. Can I just say I'm the top healer? I'm not going to boast about that or anything, but I'm actually God heals, and that's not even my shaman. A little bit about the shaman. So I've actually not enjoyed the Shaman that much this expansion. Obviously, it's my main, and nostalgia is always going to make me want to play my main. However, it's actually the Holy Priest that I've enjoyed playing more. So I think when it comes to what is my main is obviously my Shaman. But the character I like playing the most is the Priest. Whoa, we nearly died. Are people not stepping? Are people standing in things that are going to kill them? Oh, wow. So what I wanted to give you guys is a little bit of a idea that I've got when it comes to videos. And some of you will want to what would like this. Some of you probably don't really care. One of the big kind of series that exploded for me was like setting up UI, add-ons, things like that. But now with WoW's new UI, those videos aren't really doing as well as they used to, because the new UI is actually pretty good. It's not amazing, but for like those casual players, the UI is pretty decent. And on some of my characters, I'm actually using the WoW UI. So when it comes to videos that I'm going to make, having a schedule is really hard. But one of the things that I'd like to do is do like a Mythic plus a week. So I mean, I do a Mythic plus anyway a week on my Paladin, on... I don't really do it on my Priest because my Priest is PvP, but I do solo shuffle. So one of the things that I'd like to do is, I can't commit to popping out as many videos as I used to. Like, I just can't. I don't have the time. And a lot of people say, well, make the time. But not only have I got work, but I've got the other half as well.
Run away.
So one of the things that I'd like to do is kind of, as you'll probably see in the thumbnail of this video, is this week in Mythic Plus. Because this is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do a Mythic Plus dungeon once every week. They're not going to be a +3. A +3 is fucking piss easy. It's actually pretty stupid, the fact that I'm doing a +3. But I just wanted to kind of get back into the flow of things. Remembering to actually talk in videos, because in the really long videos, when we've got high keys, talking is not something that... Oh, you're not going to let me... Okay. Well, that's okay, because now Shamans have the mana totem, which I actually think came back in Shadowlands, but that's how long ago I actually made a video. So that's the kind of plan going forward. Like, I want to do one kind of video of a dungeon each week, and it would be nice to kind of switch up those dungeons. Now, with what WoW are doing with every season, they're changing dungeons. Like, it's actually going to make it a little bit more interesting.
Watch your step.
And it might be something people don't watch. But one of the things that I'd like to do is do it because I like doing it. And I think the biggest thing in the world is you've got to do something that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to like it. And editing takes a long time. Now with these videos, you kind of do it, you cut out the front, you cut out the back, and you're done. And that's not about lack of commitment. Like, that's just time-based, right? Now, I've got to ask the other half whether she wants to or whether she doesn't want to. Is an entirely new question. But one of the things that I would like to do, I didn't even check which totem he was in, by the way. So I hope the other team have actually checked. Oh, I'm going to take his food. Oh yeah, let's just grab food during a mid of a fight. But yeah, one of the things that I'd like to do is maybe see if the other half wants to do some dungeons. I highly doubt it. She's a very private person. But you never know. She might actually find it really enjoyable. I think one of the things that I'd like to do is, I've seen a lot of people do like reaction to cinematic. And I think like whether she enjoys the story or not. I mean, one of the things that I'm going to ask her, which she doesn't know yet, but she'll know if she watches this video before I talk to her about it, is I would really like to get her to watch Game of Thrones, which is going to take a while. Now, we tried to watch the Warcraft movie, but she actually fell asleep halfway in it. And I think if you don't know anything about the lore anyway, you are going to kind of miss the purpose of that film. Even though the film technically isn't canon, it still has the generic kind of you learn the characters and whatnot. I think the thing that confuses people in that film is Khadgar. Khadgar being so young. And go, what? But Khadgar's an old man. Like, he's bearded, right? So yeah, I think doing a reaction of like, it's that kind of bog standard, let's do a reaction to these cinematics. But I think for someone who's first watching these, it can be quite interesting. Now, obviously, WoW is what this channel is made about. However, Diablo 4's just released, and I didn't really play Diablo 3. I kind of got rushed through it because I came late to the party. But I really like Lost Art, that kind of game style. And Diablo is kind of like that. So Diablo is one, and I watched the cinematics of the Diablo, and spoiler alert, oh my god, they're amazing. Oh my god, one of them is like, what the? It's been a long time since I've kind of left a cinematic with my mouth open, but I definitely did in that one. Oh my god, like I don't even know really the character, but oh, it was amazing. So that's the kind of plan going forward. Obviously, I'll still do video here and there. I'm not gonna record raids. I think raids take far too long to record. I might do the kill, but like no voice kill, because talking the 6 hours in one raid when you're dying on the same thing over and over again is actually soul destroying. Like soul destroying to the point where I actually hate it. So I think the plan with get out of that. The plan with Mythic Plus, with Mythic Plus is I'll record those because okay, you might get wipes, but they last what, half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on. I mean, how long's this one? This one's been 11 minutes. So this is going to be quite a short one. So that's one of the things that I'd like to do. And you know what? I really want to try and get the podcast sorted out. The podcast is something that I've always wanted to do. It's just finding people to do it. A lot of people don't want to sit for hours and talk about things. So I think I've got a friend who is American. Well, technically he's German, or he's half German. And he said he'd like to do the podcast. Bit of sad news. At the start of the year, February, if I remember correctly, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that there was a guy, a friend of mine, Dorky. I had a phone call one day, and I mean, I think I'm not going to do a separate video because I don't think that's respectful, but just a quick kind of overview. Yeah, I had a phone call and from kind of a mutual friend, and was told that unfortunately Dorky had passed away. So my WoW buddy, Wendy T Burger, unfortunately, he passed away, and it's kind of broken down the big group that we had. We still talk, and I think the guys who are like the OG guys are still going to be around, but for us newer ones, like, we're not. Anyway, I might explore that a little bit further at some point, but this is not the place to do that. So,
I'm sorry, heroes.
Moving on from that sad, depressing moment, I know that he wouldn't actually want us to talk about something depressing. He'd actually probably want us to laugh about it, and anyway. So, yeah, I think that's the plan. I think one video a week. If I miss something, I miss something. Don't kind of end me for it. But I think that's the most reasonable route. And you never know, it might not go anywhere. My time might be up. But if not, and if it's something that you guys want to see, then please let me know. But I'm just a regular guy playing video games. I'm not hardcore anymore. I'm not 24/7 anymore. But I enjoy myself, and that's the most important thing. Oh my god! It's like they want me to try and win without any mana, which is fine because I'm a god.
Target you.
Haha! You walked into the wall. Lol lol lol. You dumb rock. And I think we're going to finish up this boss quite quickly. No, thank you. You know what? For the hell of it, I'm going to drop my totem and just sit back and relax. Ah, the shaman. The one that you can sit there. I mean, he's not actually going to die before the totem ends, so I better do something. You know what? I shouldn't just sit back and relax. I should be DPSing. No, thank you. Out of that. You going to spawn another dude? Are you going to do it?
Find shelter. 3, 2, 1.
Fuck it. Stand in it, boys. Stand in it. You got some godlike heals. Ah, let's get this stuff. And that is how you do a Mythic Plus. Plus 3. The Whelpland Shadow Flame Crest I don't even use because they're so bad. Let me just tell these guys are really cool. You... let's just say thanks to these guys. Thanks, guys. For the content. Anyway, so hopefully, if I stick to the plan that I've made, I will see you next week. Let me know in the comments below if you want any particular type of video, any particular dungeon as well, and any particular level. Do you want me to go hardcore, or do you want me something a little bit softer? Anyway, without further ado, I will see you next week with another video.